Now the update and draw systems. First the update. You can see my updatable H file friended with the updatable manager and the registration deregistration commands. So we have our actual update in here, submitting update registration and deregistration. Those are public, and then in the private is where we have the actual registration and deregistration. That's where we keep our commands. That's how we can set up our iterators and get our iterators to cut down on the runtime costs. So for the actual updatable updatable.cpp, you can see us setting up our commands, and we have all of our asserts, making sure we're in the correct state, and setting up our iterators from the updatable manager, just getting that reference. And it's basically the same idea for the drawable stuff. So here's my drawable H file. It's also friended to its manager and registration and deregistration classes. It has draw instead of update and a draw 2D. Like I said, it comes afterwards. Registration and deregistration, submission, and then in the private we have our actual registration and deregistration. We have our two commands here. Draw deregistration command, draw registration command. Guess I should have showed that for the updatable one, but here it is. Update registration command. Update registration command, pretty short, just has our execute. An update deregistration command, again, important part, our execute. But they're done using the command pattern. And then for our, well, I guess I'll go back to the updatable. The updatable manager now. And that's where we actually are able to go through our list of different our list of updatables. So that's where we have this STL list. And then the iterator is again the reference point for just making sure that cutting down on the runtime costs. So you can see here we set up the iterator to the beginning, and then just call update on each updatable in there. Registration and deregistration is just for inserting it into the list, and also setting up the iterator for registration and deregistration, just erasing it from the list. Same thing basically for the drawable. For the drawable manager, works in exactly the same way. It's just processing the elements instead, and I'll show the drawable manager.cpp just to show that same thing with the list using STL. And the difference is here in the process elements, we're going through the drawable list once, calling draw, setting it back to the beginning, calling draw 2D. And that's pretty much it. Showing my associated documentation. Here's my update. Or updatable, I guess. But updatable. So this is our actual update. we describe what we do in our destructor and pretty much everywhere, linking back to the scene for the registration and deregistration. And then if you want to see our updatable manager, for example, you can see that it has the actual page, and then you could see its friends. You could see all the different methods that it could do, of course. And then just linking back to the drawable manager stuff now. You can also see their functions are described here. And then if you go ahead and search, you'll find draw and draw 2D. And you could find that they're found in the different places that draw is actually called. I'll just go on drawable, since that's what we're on. And then the same thing works for my updatables. There's the manager for it. And that's pretty much it.